Hi and welcome to episode 2 of Rob's Drawing Club. After last week's dragon drawing, I thought I'd stick with the fantasy theme, so today we're going to draw and colour a baby troll. And you might notice I've been inspired by one of my all-time favourite animated films. Can you see the resemblance? Okay, let's get started. All you need is a pen and pencil, some A4 paper, and something to colour with if you fancy. Let's draw. Okay, let's get started with the troll. What I want us to do is to start near the top. We're going to start with the head. Okay, we're going to start with the top of the head, and it's a baby troll, so we're going to give it a sort of rumply bumpily line to give it some sort of horns and blotches and things. So start sort of middle of the page, just toward the left side, and I want you to start with a kind of rounded kind of lump there, and then we're just going to continue the pen, making a few little wobbles and bumps. Some could be big, some could be small, just like that. And this is going to be the top portion of the head. I'm going to do one more, just join it back up, rounded lump there. And then I'm going to start drawing it down. We're going to go for a kind of rounded sort of square shape for the head, but we need to put the ears in as well. So let's bring the line down, just curving downwards like that. And then we're going to come out for our first ear, which I'm going to do sort of slightly floppy elfish ears here. So we're going to make a little S shape outwards, and then do a little raggedy like zigzag there. One more, and then curve back in towards the face, and that's our first ear. And I'm going to match that on the other side, and then we can draw the chin in to finish. So let's do the same sort of thing, a sort of S curve outwards, a couple of wiggly lines, and then just curve back in to where the head would be, and there we've got the top of the head. Now we're going to draw the chin, which is a kind of, I'm going to do a sort of slightly round, a squared sort of round shape. I'm going to start just above the ear, so pick your pen point, and we're going to go straight down. And at this point we're going to curve round for the chin. Okay, so we're going to just gently curve, flatten off a bit towards the base, and then do the same and meet again back at the top. So back up, and then just stop midpoint on the ear, and there we have our kind of face shape. We're now going to continue with a few more details. We'll start with the nose, so we're just going to have the nose just right of centre, roughly around here. Take your pen about 2/3 of the way down the head, and I want you to draw a kind of semicircle, quite tight, almost an oval actually, and then bounce it back around like that, and that's going to be the first half of our nose, and we're going to repeat that on the other side. So sort of oval, just curving inside, and then bounce back around, and there's our kind of nose shape. I'm going to do a couple of crinkles, so a couple of just semicircle lines just to make it a kind of crinkly nose, gives that kind of cute effect. And then up above, draw a couple of lumps and bumps, different sizes, different shapes, just to give that head a bit of texture. Now we're going to work through the eyes. I'm going to do some really big eyes today, okay? So big goggly eyes because it's a baby troll. And we're going to go first one just left of the nose. Start low. Don't worry too much about perfect curves and things like that. We just want a nice big round oval shape for the first eye, and then match on the other side. It doesn't matter if they're exactly the same size or shape, because it'll give it a nice kind of free quality. If not, and another oval for the second eye. And I'm going to draw quite big pupils as well. Again, oval shapes, just slightly closer to the centre where the nose is. So draw one oval for one eye, then match it on the other side, and if they're coming in slightly, it's going to give it kind of cute look like that. I'm going to do these big eyebrows as well at the top. So watch how I do this, just a kind of eyebrow shape, so it's a gentle curve, and we're not going to complete the lines, we're just going to do it as a kind of detail like that. Give him a slightly surprised look, so again down and round, and then just a bit like that. So we've got a kind of eyebrow detail. Finish off. To finish off, we'll do the mouth. We're just going to do a tiny circle to make him look a bit like curious, and I want that to go just to the left of the bottom of the nose, about halfway between the chin and the nose, and just do a little oval, and that'll be his mouth. So he's making a kind of curious look. Right, let's get the arms in. So we're going to start just where the chin curved down. Troll's big, strong animal, so we want the kind of high shoulder, and we're going to draw a curve down for the arm, almost complete. Just down, 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 down. You can look at the curve there. About sort of 1.5 times the length of the head. I'm going to do the kind of hand at the base, so watch as I just bounce the curve back out, and then just gently draw a kind of little U shape at the bottom, do another one. One more and up. And then we want the thumb, which is just going to bounce out from the last finger mark I've done there. Only a little bit, and then up towards the wrist. And there's our hand. And then we're going to do a short curving line up towards the elbow. And then have it come back out where the upper arm is, so give it that kind of muscular look, even though it's a baby troll. So there. So that's our first arm. We're going to match that on the other side. So again, pick your point for the start. Similar, just drop down below the ear. Draw a curve all the way down, roughly to the same height as the last one. Now this time we're going to draw a club in the hand of the troll, so we're going to have to do a different hand shape. Watch carefully how I do this. So bouncing out, nice straight line, and just little curve inwards like that. Then jump the pen down slightly, come above, and then do another sort of arcing line there, and another one slightly bigger for the larger finger. And this is his grip around the club shape we're going to do. Now we're going to go in and around. So watch, I'm going to join the line up here, like a U shape round there. Okay, and then a kind of tighter angle back like that. And just like before, we're going to go straightish line up with the forearm, and then bounce it outwards for that kind of muscular upper arm. Now we've got the two arms in place. Now we're going to join up for the body just below the stomach. So come back to the left side arm and draw a curved line down from the elbow point. Okay, so just like that. And we want it roughly matched up with where the hands are. I'm going to curve down for where his kind of belly is. I'm going to have it wearing a kind of nappy thing because it's a baby. And we want a gentle curve around there into the other arm. And I think we'll draw the club in now actually, because then that's going to be in the foreground. So pick up at the corner point of where the thumb is gripping, just there. And we want a kind of rough line. It's a wooden club, so it doesn't matter if it's too straight. And we want it to be quite wide at the top. So just curving round with a sort of wobbly line to give it that kind of wood quality. Then back towards the hand. And we want a little bit sticking out the back, the kind of handle, if you will. So just practice across there, and then curving around, and there we go, we've got a kind of club. And we'll add a few details to that in the end. So last things, we need a few more details on the body. I'm gonna give him a little belly. So let's do a little curved line across. Just jump up about 2 centimeters, 2.5, and we want arcing upwards a curve there, just like that. And I'm going to give him, just for the chest area, 2 little upwards curves there and there, and that's a little kind of detail for the chest area. Finally, we're going to do the legs. So let's first draw his little nappy in. I want a little curve outwards from the midriff point, just there, and then slightly arcing down the other way, and a couple of lines across just to give it that feeling of a kind of cloth material. Just draw them gently like that, and it'll be, when we colour it in, it'll give it that sort of nappy feel. And now we're going to draw the feet in. Okay, so first leg, we're going to keep them quite short, straight line down towards the kind of rounded point of the club, and then we're going to curve outwards for the foot, and then round for the first toe. Just like we did for the hands, we're going to just jump back a little bit and do a slightly bigger curve for the second toe. We're just going to give them 3 toes because I find that easier. And nice big C shape for the big toe, and then just S backwards or curve backwards for the foot. I'm going to draw in little nails. So what I want is at the midpoint of the toe, do a little arcing upwards curve and then bounce it back. Do the same, but just making the size smaller for the lower ones. And we're going to add the second foot in. Now I've got to work out where that's going to start, so that would probably be from here. So about halfway down the base of the club. I'm trying to match up the height, so I'm just picking my spot about there. And we're going to see a little bit of the ankle here, I think. So a little C shape there. Just curving out and down slightly. And we're going to do the big toe again. So big rounded C there. Then a slightly smaller one behind. And then a little one again, and try and match up what we did on the other side, just sort of straight and then fairly straight upwards, and there we've got our feet. And again, just throw in your toe details. And there we have it. Okay, so we might need a few little details. I thought it would be quite fun to have some sort of nature, leaves and twigs around his kind of neck area, just to give it a bit of extra quality, sort of nature feel. So we're going to just draw some sort of squiggly lines. So sort of pick around the top area. We'll draw some sort of twig shapes, so just little lines really like that. You can kind of put them wherever, and then throw in some sort of leaf shapes as well. You can be quite loose with this. We don't want to be too kind of fussy about how it goes, but just and then we might put little squiggly lines in, maybe moss or ivy like that. It's just giving him that kind of troll sort of like he's come out of a woodland or something like that, and he's brought back a bit of things with him. And again, you could stick some up near the ears as well. Just a few little details just to give it that extra I guess bit of magic, I suppose. And again, just drawing a few leaf shapes, twigs. Have them stick out from the shoulders so it looks like it's kind of wrapping around his body. Again, you be a little loose with it, so it'll give it that kind of nature quality. You can change the shapes of the leaves, don't be too precious about how you do this. And there we go, so we've got that little neck detail, which I think really brings it to life. And we're about there. I'm just looking at it. Do we want to add any other details? Oh, some wood detailing on the club. Okay, so when we do wood, we just kind of do mostly sort of straightish little lines, but we want to draw little knots in, which are circles, to give it that feel of a kind of carved piece of wood. So try drawing a little circle like that, and then we're going to draw a bigger one behind it, and then continue that line up back towards the thing. And the wood line is going to be the way my pen's going here, just roughly sort of slightly diagonal, and just draw a few gentle lines, you know, not too precise, like that. And then we're going to continue it sort of round, a few little lines like that. Maybe do another knot here, so just drawing a little C shape and then repeating the pen round, and then again just drawing a few lines back, not too many, around there, and that gives it that kind of feeling of a piece of wood. And then around the back, the base as well. So there we have it, we've got our line drawing complete. Right, stay tuned, I'm going to colour it in now. We're going to try something a little different to last week. I'm going to go for colour pencils, but I'm going to use water this time, so to give it that watercolour effect as well. So, a little confession. I realised after colouring that the purple spot near the mouth is a little confusing, as it sort of looks like a second mouth. Whoops. Anyway, thank God for Photoshop. That's better. If you enjoyed drawing along, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Rob's Drawing Club, or leave me a comment to tell me what you think of my content. Thanks so much for watching.